Hey guys, this is the Pharaoh from Bedtime with the Threesome, and joining me on the phone right now, none other than country, and I'm going to go ahead and call it right now, country legend to be, Mr. Colt Ford. Colt, how you doing this morning?
Man, I'm doing good, man. That sounds pretty cool. Country legend to be. I don't know if that's ever happened, but it sure did sound cool when you said it.
Well, Colt, now I've been sitting here and I've studied your bio last night and looking over it this morning. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How'd you get started in country music?
Well, it's always been a part of my life and kind of who I am and the way I was raised. And I just, after doing a lot of different things in my life, I came back to a point where I still wanted to try to do something with music because it's just kind of what's in my, it's in me. You can't just cut it off. And I just thought I'd go make a record the only way I knew how. And it was just, this is the way I can do it, and I just made the record the best record I could and talked about regular old country life and things that I know about and the way I lived and grew up and the way I still live my life, and, and this is what it came to.
Now, Colt, I think you're in the same category as me. You're one of those BSMs, which stands for Big Sexy Men.
Absolutely.
And now, does that take a toll on you on the stage? Because I know you have a very animated show. You guys are all over the place, high energy. And does that take a toll on you and wear you out real bad?
It does, man. Being fat dude ain't that easy at times. It does get tough. When a lot of these, in the summertime when you play a lot of these festivals and you're outdoors and it's 100 degrees, it's tough. But you know what? The fans are there. They love, they've shown me so much love and support. So, I told somebody the other day, I said, man, if I had to die right there on stage, that'd be a place to do it. I'm going to give it everything I got every time I go up there. That's just the way I do it. I believe the fans pay too much money to see you just stand there and play your songs. I think you're supposed to really get after it, and that's kind of the way I do it and the way I'll always do it.
Now, you kind of feed off of the energy of the crowd as well. And,
oh yeah, absolutely. That's important, and having them sing all your songs and know everything and be that excited. There's nothing better than that.
Very cool. Now, Colt, I wouldn't classify you as a singer, so to speak. You're more like Jerry Reed and old time. Oh God, his name just went right out of my Johnny Cash. I don't know why his name escaped me there. And, were those influences of yours? Is that what helped you develop your style? Because you're more of a storyteller than you are a singer.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And the other fact is I'm smart enough to know I can't sing too good. And, I could sing all right, but I just don't believe in the whole crazy stuff they do in the studio to make you sound like something that's not really there, and then you go out on stage and you see them live and you're like, wow, that doesn't sound like what I heard on the record. And people act like I've created something new, but the people you just said, I'm like, man, this has been around forever. Jerry Reed did this, Johnny Cash did this, Charlie Daniels done this. It's kind of a spoken word kind of thing, and there's people who like to call me a country rapper, and I really hate that because I'm like, just because the way I'm delivering it doesn't make it something different. It's country music and country songs are about the story and and what you're talking about and what you're saying and what you mean. And anybody listen to my record and think that I ain't country is from a different kind of country than I am, I reckon.
All righty. Now, your newest album, Chicken and Biscuits, this is your sophomore album. And the first album, just shot you into mainstream with very, I can't even talk this morning, with a lot of ease, so to speak. But Chicken and Biscuits, a lot of people are wondering, is he going to be able to come up with another album and everything? Then you hit him with Chicken and Biscuits, and I can't find a bad song on there. I've listened to it, and I can't find a bad song on there, but I'll tell you this, I'll never look at Chicken and Biscuits the same way again.
Man, I appreciate it. that was, and a lot of people thought that. A lot of people were like, well, Colt, maybe he got lucky and it was lightning in a bottle. And, so it was a challenge for me to write good songs and find the right songs that were me. And you want to grow as an artist, but I didn't want to lose who Colt Ford was, and I see a lot of artists come out and have some success, and then these labels tell them, you need to do this and do that. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, that's not who they are anymore. That's not what I liked about them. And so I wanted to maintain who I was, but I still wanted to make good songs. And we actually cut almost 40 songs. So I got the second helpings of Chicken and Biscuits coming out right here at the end of the year, probably. And I think it's
tell
good
me
as
that's
Chicken and Biscuits.
Please tell me that's what you're going to call it, the second helping.
Oh yeah, it's called Second Helpings. That's
That
the name
is
of it.
awesome.
Absolutely.
Look, anytime you can relate music to food, fat men will be happy.
Man, I'm telling you, it's just, I've been lucky. I mean, I believe if you're honest and real about who you are, the fans will figure that out. I mean, that's just what I believe. And so far I've been right with that. I just try to be a normal guy, I talk about normal things, real life things that most country folks and most folks can relate to, and nothing wrong with some of that, fantasy songs that are not really real. That's fine. It's just not really what I do. I deal with kind of normal reality, hard work and God and family and friends and America, the things that really this country was built on. That's the way I believe, and that's just what I sing about.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that right there. Now, you worked with a lot of different artists with this album. Josh Grayson and Daryl Worley's just two that come right off the top of my head. How was it to work with so many different people that anywhere that had been in the business anywhere from 3 to 4 years to, you worked with Red Atkins.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the man, the myth, the legend right there.
Oh, man, it's been great because there's nobody on my record that is not a friend of mine. And, Rhett's one of my best friends. Not only did we do the Cricket on the Line song together, but we wrote Chicken and Biscuits. We wrote several things between these two records, me and Rhett and Dallas Davidson and Ben Hastman are all Georgia boys. So all the other artists, Randy Houser's on there, like you said, a legend. Daryl Worley's kind of a country legend. And then you got Josh Grayson's a pretty new guy. But Randy Houser's just incredible. James Otto's on the record. Joe Nichols is on the record. So it's great. And on the second helpings I got coming, I've done a song with Josh Thompson, a new guy that I really like a lot. And I've done one with Luke Bryan, who's my good buddy. And I've done one with Eric Church. And then I've done one with Tim McGraw. So,
nice.
It's just fun, man. I think the fans, a lot of times if the record label would get out of the way, I would do more of this stuff. There's more artists that would like to do some stuff with me, but their record label kind of complains and not sure. And I'm like, man, it ain't about what you think. It's about what the fans think. It's all about what they think. Stop getting in the way and make something cool that the fans dig.
Oh, yeah, because, in the end, that's the ones that's going to pay your paycheck at the end of the day.
Well, for me, it's just the way I do it. I don't have any respect for any artists that don't want to sign autographs and don't want to go do meet and greets. And, I just don't have any respect for you because without the fans that are there doing that, you wouldn't be playing music. You wouldn't live in your fancy house and all that kind of stuff. And, I just don't understand artists that don't want to do that. It really kind of pisses me off. I don't know if I can say that on the radio, but I just did. So,
yeah.
I don't have any respect for that. Like I said, I'm 300 pounds up there, and I'm moving around. I ain't just standing there playing my songs. So at the end of an hour and a half show, I'm tired. I'm worn out. But I'll stay 2 or 3 hours after a show if that's what it takes, for people to get happy with autographs and everything, because I think it's the right thing to do.
Now, Colt, everybody knows you're from Georgia, good old hometown, Southern boy. What hometown are you from?
I'm actually from Athens, right there, right around Athens where I grew up at. My dad's from Hart County up there in North Georgia, and my mama's from Anderson, South Carolina. So, my daddy picked cotton till he was 18 years old, so I understand. He didn't have indoor plumbing till he was 18, so I understand the country.
He's just one of those hard-working, the backbone of America type of men.
that's just the way he is, you know, and it's the way I was raised, and the things I believe in are what I was lucky to be taught, and you know, so that's what I hope comes through in my music, and it's to get compared. I've been compared, you know, you're the new Hayden Jr. and you know all that's all incredible to me. I don't know that I'll ever live up to any of those guys' standards, and I don't know that I'll ever be a legend, but I tell you what I will be. I'll be honest and real, and I'll make the best songs that Colt Ford can make as long as people will have me make them.
I guarantee you, brother, that just sounds good to me. Now, if people want to get more information about you, about your music, the tour, and everything else, now you guys have got a show coming up October 1st over here in Birmingham.
Yeah.
But any other tour dates around the Southeast or anything like that, how can they get in touch with you and, you know, touch base?
You just go to, well, you know, I'm on all the social networks, ColtFord.com, though. Just go to ColtFord.com. It's got all the dates, you know, and a lot of different info about me and what's going on. And then you got Facebook and MySpace, and I still answer all the messages on MySpace myself. It takes me a little longer these days, but I still answer them there. And I'm all over the place, and I can't, you know, Birmingham is going to be incredible because I'm going to be opening up for Hank Jr. and Alabama's own Jamie Johnson. So that's going to be a whole bunch of fun.
Oh yeah, Jamie Johnson, the university here. Jamie Johnson's actually a former student of.
Yeah.
So
well, we just played together this past weekend. He's one of my best friends, and I think, you know, he's one of those artists that comes along every now and then, every 20, 30, 40 years. You know, you just need to appreciate what a talent that guy is. He's different. He's got his own. Everything about Jamie is different, and it's all great. And it's just one of those artists that you're lucky to see in your lifetime, in my opinion.
Well, Colt, I've got two more questions for you, and then I'm going to let you go because I know you're a busy man. The first one is, what is the strangest thing someone would find in your iPod? If they were to pick your iPod up and scroll through the music, what's the strangest song on there?
Good Lord, I don't know. I mean, all of them seem normal to me because it's what I mean. There's anything from Elvis to, you know, to Ice Cube on my CD. I mean, on my iPod. I mean, it really is pretty broad. I mean, there's just all kinds of stuff. Old Earth, Wind, and Fire, and Johnny Cash, and, you know, I mean, Waylon Jennings. It's all on there. I mean, you know, to Three Doors Down and Nickelback and Puddle of Mud. I got all kind of stuff on there. I don't know what somebody else would think was strange. I don't know.
No Kesha or Lady Gaga, though, right?
No, I don't have either one of them. I like both of them. They're both cool, though. The girl where I'm headed to right now is the studio, the little girl Lindsay who sings with me as part of my show, but we're doing her record, and it's more of a pop kind of record. I mean, it's her name's Lindsay Hager, and it's kind of a little bit of Lady Gaga, a little Kelly Clarkson, little Pink kind of feel of a record. So that's what we're working on her record right now.
We'll have to look forward to that coming out. And also,
she's incredible.
Also, one question that we ask all of our interviews: Facebook relationship status. Are you single, married? It's complicated, or what? I know the answer, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you give it to the listeners in case they don't know.
I don't know what it says on my Facebook status because I don't know what that says. But I'm married. I've been married to the most awesome girl, beautiful girl in the world for this August 6th was 16 years with us. So yes, I'm married, and without her, I wouldn't be able to be Colt Ford and go play music because we got two kids and she handles a lot, and Chicken and Biscuits was pretty much written about my wife. So that's that's kind of a love song for her and all the country girls out there.
Well, Colt, again, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to sit down and talk with us. And folks, we've been talking about it through the whole interview. Here's Chicken and Biscuits by Mr. Colt Ford right here on WLJS 91.9 FM.